Hi, my name is Karla, and in this video I'll be showing you the steps I took to make this floral two-piece set. So let's get started. The first thing we will need is a pattern. In here I show you the ending measurements of the pattern I used. Keep in mind that these measurements fit my body and they can always be modified to fit yours. The fabric I used to make this two-piece, it was very stretchy but also very thin, so I knew right away I would have to use another layer of fabric in order to prevent it from being see-through. I will leave in the description below my measurements in case you would like to use them as a reference. In the pattern for the sleeve, I actually modified it from the original simply because I wanted it to be more flowy, and the only thing I did was I made it more wider at the end, and how wide you decide to make it, it's totally optional. I'm waiting at the shower with my arms wide open. Wind blowing in my hair, let the seesaw soak in. Coming on me full force, do this with my eyes closed, yeah. Just like that, do it like that, 'cause when I catch that, slow motion in your backseat, baby. I'm down for whatever it takes me. Now let's begin putting our pieces together. In order to attach the interior fabric and the exterior fabric, what I did was I cut a long strip of fabric, long enough to go all around the front and to the neck and then back. I then folded it in half. I tucked it in between the interior and the exterior fabric, facing right sides together, and then I sewed all around. The style that I was going for the top, it was a knot at the front, and in order to get that, what I did was I cut a long strip of fabric, long enough that it fit the bottom portion of the top, and it still had extra fabric at each end, because that extra fabric at each end, it would be what the strings would be to make the knot at the front of the top. The only thing that remains for the top is to sew these leaves onto it. So for the pants, since I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the fabric is quite see-through, so I had to make double the layer for the pants. And as I'm able to show you in the video, that step for the pants had to be repeated with the other two remaining pieces. Once you have tucked in both of the layers of the pants facing right sides together, you want to have a long strip of fabric, long enough to go around the waist. And then you want to fold it and tuck it in between the layers of the pants around the waist. But before fully sewing it all around, you want to leave a small gap to insert an elastic.
My arms wide open, wind blowing in my hair, let the seesaw soak in. Coming on me full force, do this with my eyes closed, yeah. Just like that, do it like that, 'cause when I catch that slow motion in your backseat.
Once the elastic is fully secure, you want to go back and sew the small gap left out. And here we have them, guys. This is how I made this floral two-piece set. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time.
I'm waiting at the show with my arms wide open, wind blowing in my hair, let the seesaw soak in. Coming on me full force, do this with my eyes closed, yeah. Just like that, do it like that, 'cause when I catch that